Hello, this is Broke Genius. I just want to go over my next video. Today, I want to talk about knowing your worth. Like a lot of things that people have problems with understanding, mainly in relationships, is they people will be quick to call someone, you know, broke or call someone out on how much they don't make, and put them in a situation where they basically have no value. And I just have to make a rebuttal on that because I saw someone on Facebook, and it was a female that was like, basically, she was saying to men, don't let these women call you broke or say that don't have this or that, because basically what she was saying, and I understand, and I take that notion as well. Long before I saw the video, um, it's and then this goes in any type of business relationship, any just life in general. Everybody has something that they know how to do, whether it be, they know how to work on cars, they know how to work on small engines, or know how to cut grass. I mean, do landscaping. I mean, everything people have a value. Even just simple things that every day, layman work, or things that basically you don't think about. But like, for example, childcare is very expensive. I mean, if anybody knows that have children, they already know that childcare is expensive. I mean, if a person is on their own, let's say a single person, a parent, um, if you paying for everything, and it's just you and it's your kids, and you might get support from your children's father, or not. If I mean, you gotta understand that if you have someone, just even a guy that did not even have a job at all, um you know this is something to think about. A lot of times people lack logic. They don't think things out. Everybody doesn't really think things out. Sometimes people have to tell them, and have a light bulb come on their head and think about it. But you know as far as childcare alone, you have probably on average at least $300 a week. Probably, like, maybe lower, maybe a lot more depending on where you live, and that's per child. If you have small children, small babies, so it's like, if you have someone that basically you could trust, and this person is a good person. I mean, they can, in essence, save you at least $300 per child a week. Another thing that, and it goes back to, um, you know, I can only speak from, I mean, this goes for women too. I mean, I'm just speaking from a male perspective, obviously. I mean, that's who I am. I mean, I can only speak on my terms, as far as uh, things that I know that cost money, like, and are valuable. Another thing that someone, I'm just speaking with somebody that doesn't have any job, doesn't do, have an employment. And if I don't know the statistics on this, but a person that, like, a woman that is on her own is primarily um, chosen as a, I don't know the percentage, but is primarily chosen as a victim from people, criminals that choose to, do certain violent acts towards women, a lot of those victims are chosen based off the fact that they don't have a man around. That's a fact. I don't know the percentage. That is an absolute fact. So, I mean, a security guard, I mean, that's pretty much on a basic level. That's what a guy will provide for you, if not nothing else. Security. You know, I'm not saying you have some bum that just sits around and drinks all day. Some dude that pretty much will fight off somebody. I mean, just even a guy being around probably will most likely thwart uh, a would-be assailant from attacking another woman by herself. Just the presence. So it's like, just on a basic level, if you think about all the things that you know how to do, whether you're working in them or not, all the skills that you have. If you add all of that down, that's value. That is, whatever would make from a job, that is value. Whether you have the job or not, that's neither here nor there. The fact that you know how to do it is pretty much half the battle. You know, and a lot of times people will, tell you or say that, oh, you're not nothing, da 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 da. Well, no, that's not true, because most people have some type of value. So it's like, you gotta stop letting people tell you, that you're not worthy, or you're not worth this because you don't make this and this, that, and other. If you think about it, I mean, basically everything is based off of capitalism. I mean, everything is based off of the capitalistic system. And, a lot of things are based off of how much money you have. Literally, people don't even care where you went to school, how long you went to school. I mean, it makes a good thought, or good recollection, or good conversation, or good pillow talk. But people, only because of just the strong gears and bolts of capitalism, they care about what you have in your pocket, what they can see from you, what you have in your bank account. They can care less. I mean, where you went to school, how long you went to school. It's all about how much money do you have and what can you possibly do for them. So it's like, I mean, people are so, kind of, stuck into that realm that, they don't understand. Well, what was before capitalism? What do people do before they, traded money and, you know, gold and bullion and this and that and the third for goods and services? Basically, it was no money. Money is just a middleman. It was pretty much people that had skills, that knew how to do things, that would just trade with other people that knew how to do things, and it was like a favor for a favor, type of monetary system. That's pretty much what people used to do anyway. So it's like, when you get stuck in the value of a person based off how much money they have, you know, you think about it for a second. What if there was no monetary system? Okay, what if you just, the monetary system as we know of just crashed tomorrow? It will still be people that will need to learn how to make food, learn how to cultivate food, learn how to cultivate housing, because everybody has to live in some type of house, or a shelter, if you want to have any type of, lifestyle. People still need to know how to, make things to transportation, keep transportation up, and so on and so forth. I mean, if you know how to do, just basic stuff, those things you know how to do. Like, if you're a landscaper, you know how to cut hair, you know how to, basically be a light carpenter, or you just pretty much just a badass. That's all you are. You just a badass. I mean, people pretty much just won't fuck with you. Like no matter where you go, like people just walk the other way. That's value in that. That's a bodyguard. I mean, bodyguards get paid a lot of money. I mean, if you're an intimidated person, that's value. So don't, when people try to put you into a box of how much money you make and where you went to school and this, that, and third, just remember the value of yourself and what you know how to do. You know, always keep that as your edge and your leverage because that's pretty much the value of how things will be no matter what is what you will know how to do. And if you have to think about it like this, if you had to survive when money becomes like a situation or calamity happens and money becomes worthless, well, if you know how to defend yourself, you know how to use weapons, you know how to use tools, you know how to cultivate food, you know how to do basic things to survive, you are a millionaire, a billionaire, because a person that probably is and don't know how to do those things, their money is worthless. They will be trying to depend on you to survive. I mean, it's like kind of like sci-fi type. No, this most likely. I mean, I hope this will not happen, but I mean, you've seen movies like this, where people had to survive. It was the monetary system was just null and void, and people were just mainly just dealing with fire and ice and trying to, get through elements and stuff like that. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. But I mean, just on a level of right now of how things are, I mean, you know how to do like just basic things. You an honest person, you fair person, a just person. I mean, you got to think about that from if you're a female, if you're a male, if you're choosing, another person to chill with and whatever. I mean, it's not all about what somebody makes because at the end of the day, that really, is just only basis off of just how the system that we live in capitalism. I mean, if you had to go pay for daycare, you have to go hire a bodyguard, you have to go have somebody to cut your grass and they, paying them like $100 every time they come out. You got to take somebody to fix your car and you got somebody that, knows how to do those things. I mean, that money is going into your pocket. It's not you. That person will do that for you just because they want to do that. Just because you allow them to be in your presence. You basically are their woman, queen, whatever. You just gonna get that just off the free because of just being the person you are, just allowing that person in your life, and that's value, you know. And when you come to a company and you work for a company and you know how to do all these things, and that's value as well, And it's just it's all good as far as trying to understand that people need to make money and be equally yoked and all of that stuff. But don't get it twisted because if you gotta call AAA when your car breaks down. If you got a man that's AAA, you know, like me to come and change a tire and change a battery, you don't have to pay $50 or whatever to every time you catch a flat. Or if you got problems with trying to fix something or put furniture together or fix something, those things that a typical guy knows how to do. And you trying to be independent is only a lie because it's based off of you got to pay for everything. The second you can't pay for nothing else, that's it. Your independence is destroyed. So think about that later.